A Northwest Airlines plane headed to Tampa from Detroit was grounded at TIA today. Officials say the Boeing 757 was landing when a bird may have hit it and dented the aircraft's nose cone. 182 passengers were on board. There were no injuries and the plane was able to land safely. It was scheduled to leave Tampa for Minneapolis this afternoon. Passengers were delayed for several hours so maintenance crews could investigate what happened and repair the damage.
Tampa Bay's 10 News at 11.
It's a real mystery. What punched in the nose of this airplane? Tonight, the FAA is saying it was not a bird. Tonight, the midair mystery deepens. An airliner landed at TIA with a dent in the nose of the aircraft. As Tampa Bay's 10 News reporter Bo Zimmer explains, investigators have ruled out the possibility of a bird striking that plane.
This is the first thing the flight crew and passengers aboard Northwest Flight 478 saw after arriving in Tampa Sunday. A giant dent in the front end of the plane.
That really is a doozy, I'll tell you.
With 2 tears into the fiberglass nose cone.
I don't know what to tell you. I've never seen it. Something like this.
Former commercial pilot and aviation expert Keith Benson says at first glance the damage appeared to be caused by impact with a bird.
Very likely, a 20-25 pound bird.
But information from the flight crew indicates the incident occurred at well over 18,000 feet, high above where birds normally fly. The FAA reports the pilot heard a bang just before the plane's weather radar housed inside the nose cone went dead.
If there's no evidence of remains, feathers, that sort of thing, then you have to start thinking about what else could it be.
That's what the FAA and Northwest Airlines are trying to figure out. The plane's nose cone was flown to Northwest headquarters in Minneapolis for inspection.
It's extremely unlikely that this is a fatigue issue, although it's a possibility. I think we all have to wait and see.
The pilot and first officer are seen taking snapshots with their camera phones, inspecting the damage themselves after what was surely a startling incident.
The standing joke, if you will, is you can't pull over. You remain calm and you run the checklists and see how the aircraft is flying.
Now, after landing in Tampa, the Northwest Boeing 757 was grounded, leaving passengers on the next flight heading from Minneapolis without an aircraft and stranded for hours. The plane was put back in service today. Lightning and structural failure are both being investigated as possible causes. Melanie?
10 News at 11.
Tonight, we know what crushed the nose cone of a Northwest Airlines plane that landed at TIA.
Plus, dramatic.com.
The FAA is now blaming internal structural failure for the huge dent in the nose of an airliner that landed at TIA. The Northwest Airlines Boeing 757 suffered the damage in mid-flight between Detroit and Tampa. An FAA spokesperson says the nose of the plane collapsed inward. Investigators are still trying to determine what caused that failure. Northwest calls it a minor maintenance issue.